In the bustling town of Milford, brimming with cobbled streets and quaint markets, lived Samuel, an astute young man with a penchant for mischief and an unfailing knack for avoiding any labor more strenuous than lifting an ale to his lips. His undying charm and wily street smarts made him a celebrity of sorts among the townsfolk, though not always for reasons that would warrant a mother's pride. Samuel was renowned for his clever schemes that danced merrily on the edge of legality. His most frequent ventures involved conning the wealthy merchants who visited Milford. Although his antics were shady, he maintained a peculiar code: never cause harm and only trick those who could afford a lesson in humility. One sunlit morning, as Samuel was roaming the market, a new opportunity presented itself. A merchant, new to the town and unfamiliar with Samuel's reputation, was praising his own wealth rather loudly. He was boasting about a special ring that could make any commoner leap into nobility. Intrigued and sensing the possibility of a grand escapade, Samuel contrived a plan. Donning the guise of an impoverished noble whose fortunes were lost to misadventure, Samuel approached the braggart merchant. With a concocted story of desperation and cunningly feigned nobility, Samuel bewitched the merchant, convincing him that he, the dispossessed noble, was the rightful owner of the ring, and it was his family heirloom sold under duress. The merchant, taken in by Samuel's act and his seemingly noble bloodline, agreed to return the ring in exchange for a promise of future rewards when Samuel reclaimed his vast estates. Of course, no such estates existed, and no such rewards would ever materialize. With a sly grin and the merchant's ring snugly pocketed, Samuel vanished into the crowd, leaving behind a trail of confusion and the faintest hint of lavender, his trademark scent. The jewel did little to enrich Samuel materially, for it was not truly precious, yet the thrill of the chase and a job well done were riches enough for him. However, as with all tales of rogue adventurers, there comes a point where fortune turns. This happened one evening in the same bustling market, as Samuel, emboldened by his success, planned his next grand scheme. This night was different, marked by the arrival of an old widow known as Madame Eloise, reputed for her wisdom and keen perception. She had heard of Samuel's exploits, and upon encountering him, she offered a trade that intrigued Samuel, a supposedly magical amulet in exchange for his storied ring. Bemused by the amusement this twist of events offered, Samuel agreed. No sooner had the amulet touched his hands, Samuel felt a curious change. It was as though the charm had a conscience, and through it, his usual slick demeanor faltered, inviting bouts of honesty that were entirely out of character. At first, Samuel relished the novelty, but it soon became clear that his ability to lie and charm was crucial to his lifestyle. Desperate to rid himself of the amulet's effects, Samuel sought the old widow, only to learn that she had left Milford, leaving behind only the wisdom that sometimes true magic lies in change. Grappling with this lesson, Samuel attempted to return to his old ways but found himself increasingly unable to deceive. As days turned to weeks, Samuel's infamy faded into a quirky memory for the townsfolk, replaced by a newfound reputation for odd honesty. Though still sly, Samuel learned to use his cunning for better causes, gradually becoming an unexpected champion for the underdog. The tale of Sly Samuel took many more twists and turns through the years, winding through paths of mischief and redemption. But evermore, it became a story told in Milford as a reminder that everyone, even a sly fox, might find a new way to run.